I looked this up the other night because I was curious. We started production for Ethiopian Goats on the 15th of June 2015, 167 days ago. That's nearly 6 months of work that have gone into this no-budget web series. As I sit here waiting for Nathan, I can honestly say it's been quite the experience.
It's pretty much the wrap. Nathan's literally starting the car, putting the car in gear, ready to go, so I think I should take my leave.
The concept of Ethiopian Goats came to me when I was talking to Nathan about doing a web series.
John started writing the script maybe a year ago, or maybe at just the start of 2015, and finishing up here now at the end of 2015.
I had a script on my computer from years ago that I wrote where this guy is in a relationship with a girl, and it just kind of starts off with sitcom laughter in the background, and then like she just breaks up with him and it kind of changes tone entirely. And so then whenever I wrote this, I amped it up a bit more, and she died in the first 2 minutes. I don't think many people find that funny, but I thought it was pretty excellent.
I looked at the script and I thought it was kind of interesting, but it was still very much in its bare bones phase. It was just John and Nathan at the time, kind of playing similar versions of themselves, maybe a little bit darker. The character of Chris hadn't been invented yet, so I was interested, but I wasn't, that excited.
And I was thinking, what way can I get Chris in here? So I decided just to literally write a character that I thought he would absolutely love.
Anyway, I must be going. I have the bladder of a 10-year-old child, and if I don't refrigerate it, it'll go off.
There's a very specific reason why the characters are written the way that they are, because I can't act, so obviously the role of me was written to be as little of a stretch as possible. Nathan, that one basically started a few years ago as just a running joke about how, because Nathan is so not like that in real life.
Next time, check the ankle, motherfucker.
Production can definitely impact how you intend a project to look.
Maybe we couldn't film our original vision for financial reasons or just plain logistical reasons. So yeah, there were some difficulties.
Originally, episode 2 was supposed to take place in a moving car, but you figure then that you can't film inside a moving car, all 3 characters, and also then what do you do? So you need to get a green screen and stuff. We couldn't do that because the weather in Northern Ireland is mostly is wind. So we had to move it inside Nathan's living room. Originally the final battle between the 2 sets of characters was supposed to take place in an abandoned warehouse, but then we changed that because we couldn't get an abandoned warehouse, so we had to change it to an abandoned theatre. We couldn't get an abandoned theatre, so we had to change it to anywhere, and then we couldn't get anywhere, so we had to change it to Chris's house in Belfast.
I think as the production moved on, things got progressively easier. 3/4 of episode 4 was done in a day, basically.
One of the more difficult ones were the ones that take place in the 4th episode, whenever we're near the car, or we're about to plant the bomb. I remember that being pretty frustrating because it was starting to get dark, and I was worried that the footage that we got was going to be unusable, which it turned out to be anyway, so we had to do that. Again, that was pretty annoying.
I cannot believe how fucking dark it is. This is not going to look very good at all. In fact, it's going to look horrible.
We've had to refilm a few things due to, lighting and different things.
We had refilmed the same scene 3 times, and none of them really worked out.
Maybe I'm just being a negative Nancy about the whole thing. Maybe I'm just being a negative Nancy about the whole thing. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm just being a negative Nancy about the whole thing.
Worst scene to film. Probably the scene right here, actually, in your bedroom, whenever I was supposed to say a steaming hot load of pain. And I just, for whatever reason, I just couldn't say that line. I'm going to shoot a steaming load of pain on the... For fuck's sake. I'm going to shoot a steaming hot load of pain on those fuckers' faces. I am the one who knocks. I forget, sorry. Forget the rest of it. He died in hell. I am the one who knocks. I forgot that steaming load of cum thing line. I keep forgetting that line of... I'm going to unleash a steaming hot load of pain on their asses. Why do I keep forgetting that line?
You said you're gonna shit a load of pain on their asses?
That's pretty
That's
weird.
even better.
I
Or worse.
Oh dear, that thing just took me off. I drink your milkshake. It was the pause. Sorry, peoples.
Well, we got further that time.
Yeah, I'm gradually getting there. I take your milkshake.
I drink your milkshake.
Is that?
Yes, silly goose.
I drink your milkshake.
I take your milkshake.
I take your order. A milkshake.
I take
Okay.
your milkshake and pour it down the drain.
R.I.P. that milkshake then.
I take your milkshake. I took your milkshake again. Sorry, people.
It's probably the best one we got so far.
I'm gonna. Oh!
I am gonna stab you in the throat, man.
I'm so sorry.
Why are you not?
It's not the streaming. Someone.
Do you want to just skip that line then?
No, it's okay. I'll get it right.
If you give it this time and see what happens.
Streaming hard? What?
Okay, just skip that line.
Skip that line and just go on to the skeet
Not do
skeet motherfuckers and all that.
A streaming hot load of pain. Okay.
Steaming hot.
Steam. It's
You
not
can't even say
streaming.
when you're reading it.
It's steaming hot load of pain. Okay, fair enough.
What does streaming hot mean?
I never got it the first time anyway. The steaming
not
hot
even
load of pain.
Did I write streaming hot?
I don't think you
Steaming.
did. I think you were steaming.
Is this a misprint? No,
Pretty
it
sure
says
you're
steaming. Steaming hot load.
Steaming hot load.
Streaming hot isn't even a phrase. Wait,
Okay.
check the focus again.
Ah! But generally, I don't think there was too much frustration on set. I think everyone conducted themselves fairly professionally.
I love corpsing, you know, when an actor just starts laughing uncontrollably.
Sounds like a plan, Fran.
Yeah, that's it. Sounds like
That's
a
such a Heaney line.
We'll do it again.
What did you do, Nate? Did you swallow it?
Fuck.
Yeah.
I think we should try it out. Try it out.
Next door is probably so confused right now.
There's one scene where I was like tied to a chair for about 5 hours of filming, which wasn't particularly fun. All of the shitty things I do to Nathan are to make him a better person. I'm like your mentor, you know. I'm your Yoda. I'm like hitting you with a stick on the forehead and going, you know.
I think episode 5 will look really well. I haven't actually obviously seen all of it yet, but I think episode 5 will look really well because I think everything that we did then for episode 5, we done really succinctly and it was done quite quickly. And I thought episode 5 I think episode 5 will look really well, particularly the fight scene and everything, because obviously a lot of effort went into the fight scene.
Originally, the fight scene was supposed to be Nathan versus Savio, and that didn't really turn out too well because Nathan, being the reliable human being that he is, wrenched his back playing tennis again. After careful consideration, I had to do the fight scene. I'm glad I did because it was very fun and I enjoyed getting beaten up by Mac. Casting is pretty difficult whenever you don't have any actors to go to, so you basically kind of have to take who you can get. A lot of the people in the production are not actors in any way. Although most of them, I think, did a pretty good job.
Our two friends, Ryan and Inga, are playing Orson and Savio, so it's a lot of fun to be working with them.
I'm sorry.
And I'd say they're probably my two favourites, although I do love the priest. The push-up doing priest.
Because that character was very much just invented more or less on the spot, kind of just from a crazy idea John had.
I think pretty much everybody gelled very well, especially because we all know each other for the most part.
There were a lot of actors we wanted to get who we sadly couldn't. We were trying to get some kind of people to make a cameo appearance, but they're just apparently too busy. So
weirdly enough, I enjoy acting with Chris. Chris is an eccentric fellow. There's
a moment in the first episode where you kind of get an idea of just what sort of character Chris is. He's at, I think it's Leanne's funeral, and he walks into the wake room with the corpse and just takes a knife out of his pocket and proceeds to scrape a pound of flesh.
I really like working with obviously Ryan and Inga because I don't know, there's just something, it clicks really well. I've worked with Inga before on a lot of other drama sort of stuff, like plays and stuff, so I sort of know her a while.
I think a lot of the problems were kind of just finding schedules that worked for everyone and finding times that worked.
I always feel kind of bad about the actors because they're doing it just as a favor. But that's the challenge of having a no budget for a film, is that you kind of have to go without paying people, which kind of doesn't feel too great.
I didn't mind the hours that we spent filming, to be honest. I thought it was all good fun.
It started off quite optimistic, because obviously it was summer and we had a lot of free time. But then I ended up getting a 9 to 5 job Monday to Friday, so that kind of moved everything. There was a bit of a gap in between for about 2 months where we were just all so busy with uni starting back and people going away and stuff that we couldn't really get that much filmed. So it was kind of an initial burst of activity and then kind of random kind of moments we could find then after that.
We weren't doing Ethiopian goats the whole time. I feel like it's actually the maybe minor characters that are cause a lot of issue to get these things done.
A lot of these shoots go from like 2 to 3 hours. I spend at least twice as much time editing the footage as we have filming it. Color correction and syncing up dialogue. It's a nightmare. Editing it's not my favorite thing to do in the production aspect of things, but you get a sense of satisfaction after you see the finished product.
What type of person do you think would enjoy Ethiopian goats? Do you think if you're a fan
Everyone.
of a comedy you'll enjoy it? If you're a fan of action movies you'll enjoy it?
I think if you're a fan of my work, you will love this.
Your body of work.
My body of work. If you're a fan of Eat Me Out or the Chong Duology or Faceless, I guess. Did I make anything else?
Our co-star Nathan kept insisting that the filming would be done in a week and a half tops.
We weren't doing Ethiopian goats the whole time. I did say we could get it done in a week and a half. We didn't get it done in a week and a half. But that's I blame that on people's availability. Is it true that you're going to be on the San Diego Comic-Con panel?
There's going to be a panel at the San Diego Comic-Con. It's going to be me, Nathan, Chris, and Mac and Inga, and the writer of episode 5, which was actually ghostwritten by Brian McGilloway. So there you go. The secret's out.